We are live, yes? Okay, she's shaking her head.
No,
She's doing the bob. She's doing the bob and weave.
She's nodding her head. She's not shaking her head.
Oh, she's bobbing and weaving.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, how's everything going?
Yeah.
We just got done with a exciting weekend at the Show Me Center at Cape Comiccon 2024. Want to say do a big thank you, congratulations to Ken Murphy and Danny and Cape Events for an awesome show. It was good. We had a blast. We got to raise a little bit of money. So Foreign Forgeries did real good. We got some donations while we were there too. Not only raise money, but also donations where we can add to either sell or auction off with Heroes for Kids. And I pulled a little bit, and I got a little bit to add to my collection too, so that was pretty cool. We'll go through some of that here in a little bit. Let's, and then Dennis, you unfortunately,
I had familiar obligations.
This is the first one that you have ever missed of Cape Comiccon.
And that's been going, what, for 18 years now? So
this would be 19 because next year's our 20-year anniversary.
Okay, then, yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I had a perfect record up until now, but, yeah.
Family obligations.
Family comes first.
Yes.
So, had to deal with that. And, and anytime I spend with him, it's a good weekend, so it's relaxing, and he's a great kid and all that stuff. So,
not product placement for 7-Eleven, but it is the Wolverine Origins Cup, but it's the Gambit version of it. And milk does a body good, so I'm drinking my milk. I'm being a good boy and drinking my milk. But again, the show was awesome. Jim Cummings.
voice of Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, the Cheshire Cat,
Darkwing
Duck. At one point, he got on the mic and started doing announcements. So that was pretty cool.
As Winnie the Pooh.
As Winnie the Pooh, as the Cheshire Cat. Yeah. So it was cool. Then Art the Clown was awesome. He come walking by. We had Tomac there, Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon, talked with him for a little bit. So he was awesome. Cool guy to talk to.
Hi Wyatt, hi Chuck.
Hey Wyatt, hey Chuck, how's it going? Yes.
Did an amazing Dr. Dude.
I saw those pictures. I was like, dude,
and here's
that was insane.
Chelsea, myself, and I'm sorry that I don't remember the other lady that was judging with us. The kids' costume contest, we let Ming Chen and Mimi do the name the winners for the kids' costumes contest, and I have no idea what happened, but I think it was one of those things. It was awesome, but I think there was a little miscommunication with winners, but that was awesome. The adults portion of it, holy crap. Mom, can you turn the standby off on this thing? It keeps shutting down and I'm tapping it. I have to turn around and tap it every 5 seconds. But holy crap. I mean, there was
a whole lot of good. It's at 31%.
Oh, there was a lot of awesome costumes. Very hard to choose from. A lot of closet cosplay mixed with costumes. There was a lot of, costume. I think we did, with the best we did, and seeing everybody there was.
Shut down. I shut the keyboard off.
Oh, there was a lot. There was a lot of. I think there was like 30 in the adult cosplay category, and Chuck with his Doctor Doom ended up winning. He was first place. Then I wish I knew the lady's name, but she did like a one-eyed alien type nursemaid type, not nursemaid, but cleaner maid. But she stayed full in character. It was just awesome. It was her energy, was everything to that character. it was awesome. And in the Green Power Ranger, come to find out, but the Green Power Ranger, did awesome. His suit, the only thing that he didn't make on his suit was the Power Ranger's flute knife and the sub-dye suit. Everything else, well, he had a voice changer on it, but everything else on it, the boots, the gauntlets, the helmet, the shoulder piece, all the leather work, he did himself. And it was top notch. He came out, played the character. Not only did they play the character, but they also played, those were our three winners for the adult costume contest. And, what made it bad is it's hard to judge a costume contest, especially when you have friends in the costume contest.
Yes, that does make things different.
And like I was telling, 3D printing, for instance, is a cool, a cool project and a cool helper for a project on doing projects. But here's where you have to finesse it. You can't just let it make on it, sand it down here and there. Okay, it fits, and then walk out the door. You gotta finesse it. You got to sell the character. Right. And, not just sell the character. There's extra work that has to be put into 3D printing, or whether it be resin or whether it be, and, a lot of this, trust me, I'm getting into it. I'm a novice at getting into it. Trust me, we've got, thank you, Chuck. Yes, we will get with you. Sorry, haven't gotten,
he automatically assumed that he wouldn't win because he saw you and Chelsea judging there.
And, but the thing is, and here's the thing, it wasn't, it was his presence. He commanded, it wasn't Chuck Cochran that we saw up on the stage. It was Dr. Doom.
Right. So he did that whole, I'm from Latvia.
It was Dr. Doom walking on the stage. Again, and we did, I took heavy consideration because, again, I knew Chuck. Chuck and I are good friends. Chuck is part of Heroes for Kids.
Right.
And it was one of those things, it had nothing, because I turn around, the lady that was sitting next to me, didn't know Chuck. And she was the one that turned around and goes, that's our winner.
Right.
That was my deciding factor. She goes, that's our winner. Because, one thing I do when I know that I'm judging a costume contest is I watch the characters throughout the day. And I dress as Superman. So, I'm going to be walking the floor. I'm going to be interacting with these people.
Right.
And a lot of them don't know me from Adam, but again, a lot of them do because, they know me as Superman. So they see me walking around show floor. So it's one of those things, I do interact with some, but again, if they stay in character, and a lot of that is how they stay in character on the floor too.
Right.
So again, it's one of them things that my deciding factor on Chuck winning literally was the girl sitting on my left, is because she walked up and she was sitting there going, holy crap. It was just, she was like, okay, that's our winner. She goes, that is awesome. I said, okay, because while we were sitting there, we were going through, okay, because I had several of them wearing tie. So did Chelsea. And me and Chelsea and I turned around and said, oh boy. I mean, every time somebody walked up on stage that we knew.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. Every time somebody walked up on the stage that we knew, all you hear from me and Chelsea is, oh crap.
Right.
Oh crap. Because again, we know how our people do it.
Right.
And it just, so we as judges, we went to the person that did not know. So it was one of those things, this person's got good, this person's got good. I rank these people here high.
More enthusiasm, please.
Yes.
Oh, Rachel, we're so glad you're here with us today.
Hello, darling.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see footage.
Hi, Liz.
Don't laugh because I think you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we had some funny conversations behind the table.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sure you did.
We had some good conversations behind the table too, so it was awesome. Love all my group. Thank you. Oh, you do? I need to see them. Come on. Oh. You teased.
Pixar didn't happen?
Yeah. But no, we, I love my group. We can have fun, and we can, we can have, we can have fun. We can turn around and go, and again, like I said in the chat last night, it was one of those things, loved everybody coming out and helping. You guys were doing your thing at the table, outside the table, helping us set up, not really set up because that's just a meticulous thing. But helping us tear down and get everything loaded, especially with it raining. Trust me, I think everybody, by the time it was all done, we were all tired, we were all aggravated. And it was just one of them. It was, so glad everybody made it home. Everybody was safe. And I'm glad everybody had an awesome time at Cape Comiccon. By the way, if you don't know Wyatt has this little GoPro and he jumps on YouTube, and you need to watch what we say around him. Because I know for a fact there's several things that I said behind the booth in my Superman costume that I got looked at and went, Superman? And I went, what? And then next thing you know, I see Wyatt walking around with his GoPro with a big grin on his face. I'm like, you ass. At one point, Jeff and I were back there doing the Ghostbusters dance at one time. The Dan Aykroyd and
So I always see why, but I never managed time to get a picture of it.
Oh man, but yeah, it's one of them that he had his GoPro out at one point. Well, Chelsea and I took a photo, and she just draped my cape over her shoulder, and it's online. And she draped my cape over her shoulder, and she was just like hiding her mouth, doing a pouty lip. And then the next one looks like, and she didn't, but the next one looks like she grabs my butt. And I'm like, oh, and she's like, hee. But yeah, Jody took those. But no, I also want to say it was awesome to see Jess this weekend suit up. It's been a long time since she's done it. Her gender bent black mask was awesome. She was definitely the Dawn. She was definitely the Dawn of
the debutante ball,
of the Heroes for Kids and Foam Forgery. She come walking around the corner. And walking out into the public, walking out into where everybody could see her. And you can ask Dave, Don, you can ask just about anybody at the table. She stopped the floor. Not kidding. It was awesome. My boss mama.
Yeah.
But oh my God, I mean it. And that was the first time, other than her doing the risky business slide into the living room last Monday and out.
Exaggerating.
No, I am not. I mean, again, there was people that as she was walking around the floor that had no idea it was Jess. So, which was, again, it was awesome. What? Which way?
Okay, my
Wrong
side
corner.
seems to be a little
Wrong corner.
Wrong corner. Oops. Oh.
Oracle must step in and
Yes, Oracle must step in. And,
there we go. That was pretty good.
But no,
The mob boss.
the mob boss. No, it was awesome. Cape Comiccon, again, in itself, at the end of the day, again, like I said, Ken Murphy and Danny, Cape Events, and all the crew of Cape Events, you guys did an awesome job. I mean, definitely, looking forward to next year, looking for bigger and better things. And I think her laptop died on me, so I'm going to set it over here. So, no, we've been having some internet issues downstairs, so that's the reason why we didn't kick it on downstairs.
Let's see
Again,
if I can get ours running.
okay. That is Cape Comiccon. The wrap up of Cape Comiccon. And again, sorry you couldn't have been there because, oh man, we did come out. Jody and I did talk about something while we were there. We talked about a lot of stuff. And yeah, I had Annabelle almost spit fluid out of her nose at one point because I got. Oh my God. Man, I can remember. Man, it's awesome watching our kids grow.
Right.
Because I can remember when we first started hanging out with Jody. And, and Annabelle would come around, and it was always I don't know these people. And then now she tries doing with the attitude, and then all of a sudden it's just, you just look at her and go, boo. And it's like, okay. I was like, like 6 years ago, that would not have happened.
Right.
But no, Jody and I were talking, we've pretty much got a lot of our characters with, yes, we've got a lot of our characters, a lot of our group does the Justice League. So we got to, so Jody and I got to talking. We've got several people in the group that already do the X-Men. Or certain characters in the X-Men.
Right.
So I was going to talk to Jess, but no. I was looking at.
She's your wife. Why would you talk to her?
I was looking at. Jody and I were talking about maybe getting a bunch of us together, and instead of coming out and doing, the Justice League or villain or because. Right. We also have a lot of us do DC villains.
Mm-hmm.
Me included.
No, this did not work on the desktop.
It did not, so I need to tell Bob. Okay. Do you got Bob?
No.
No. Okay. So we, but we also do DC villains. We do both heroes and villains of DC. A lot of us do. Mm-hmm. And I got to thinking. I was like, since we've got a lot of the X-Men characters, and soon I'm working on doing a Marvel Cinematic Universe character. Jody's somewhat slowed down a lot on some of his Batcave or Tony Stark's lab stuff done. He's going to help me on one of my dream characters. It's going to put me an extra probably 4 foot in the air. Yes.
I know who it is.
So, Mom, I don't know. This thing is still black screen. It's a lighted black screen. But we are. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still loading.
Oh, but we are. But we talked about doing an X-Men group.
Okay.
You know, and bringing the X-Men out, you know, Gambit, I mean, it's Wolverine. I mean, me and you and I have got the Wolverine Gambit down the path.
Yes, we do.
Jody wants to do, Jess is walking out of here, shaking her head. Yeah, but Jody has always loved Cyclops. He wants to do Cyclops.
Okay.
I was like, dude, that would be awesome. So,
Yeah.
you know, getting, Rachel has actually done Jubilee for us.
Yes.
We've got a Colossus. And yes, we've got a Deadpool. So we could do, and Deadpool, you know,
He's a
while
trainee.
Deadpool is not an X-Men, he is an X-Men because, you know, he has been with the X-Men before.
He's an X-Men training.
Yes. But, you know, we've got a lot of the X-Men characters.
Yeah.
Just all of us get together and do an X-Men. Dave even said, the Phone Forgeries, Dave even said that if we did something like that, he would be willing to do a Cable. And dude, he's got the look. He's got that look. He can pull off a Cable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it just, we talked about some upcoming stuff that I think the group as a whole, I think we would love. I mean, I think we would all have a blast doing.
I could see Rob doing Beast.
Rob has wanted to do Beast for a while, and I think he would do awesome. The trench coat, the Kelsey Grammer trench coat Beast, is what he's wanting to do.
He could make it to where all he has to have is the hands.
Walk around in a suit with a hair.
Yeah, he could do that. That way he wouldn't have to wear a full fur suit all over the place. Well, that would be great.
Right.
Could I do someone who wears black instead?
Well,
I mean, the Black Queen or
just Google
or
female Marvel characters and just go from there.
Just look for that. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we're looking for a Jean Grey, we're looking for a Rogue, we're looking for a Jubilee, we're looking for, but no,
she could do a Phoenix. She could do Phoenix, yeah.
All depends on if she wants to do a red wig.
Red wig. She could do that, or yeah.
The X-Men have gotten. I mean,
even if she got one of those, like the black bodysuit with the X across it, you know, and then did Jubilee, she could still do that. I mean, I'm kidding.
Hey, we're all, you know.
He's lying all over.
Would you quit? Okay, real quick. Okay, now let's get into some of the fun stuff that we're getting ready to come up onto. And you will get to be there.
Yes.
Okay, we have. It just shut off on me.
Well, probably because you need to mess with the mouse and get it turned on.
So, this weekend, Dyersburg, Illinois, son of a gun, already started. Yes, Dyersburg, Tennessee. November 9th, at the, what is that? What? Lamone?
Lancome, I believe.
Lannom. It says
Lannom. Lannom. Lannom.
Yeah. Lannom Center, which is 2000 Commerce Avenue, Dyersburg, Tennessee. Early bird is at 9. Early bird. It just says early bird from 9 to 4 p.m.
General admission, I believe, starts at 10.
Yeah, general admission starts at 10. Early bird is 15. General admission is 10. Let's see. Hopefully, if you can pause it, I'll put this up here. Zoom in. Tell me if I'm good on it. But there is a QR code. Tell me which way I got to go.
Okay.
Am I good?
Going a little farther.
QR code, that should give.
There you go.
All right. The QR code should get you some, get you a little bit more information on it. But we will do the But special guest this weekend, artist Bob Hall.
Okay.
Wrestler Fred Ottman, a.k.a. Tugboat Typhoon. I'm getting
Typhoon.
No, Tugboat Typhoon, and everybody's favorite Taskmaster or Shockmaster. Shockmaster, just to give you a heads up, was the worst botch or blunder, I guess you could say, in WWE history.
Right.
He'll even tell you about it. Basically, they have him in a stormtrooper helmet that's all painted in glitter, and it blacked out the eyes, so he had no idea that they put a board under the fake wall, at the bottom of the fake wall, and he comes through the wall and trips over it and loses the helmet. Oh yeah, it was supposed to be his debut, and it was like one of the worst debuts in WCW history. Then we have artist Jim Hall. Awesome artwork.
Is he related to Bob?
I don't think so. We have I don't know if it's gold or white. I believe it's gold Power Ranger. Justin Nemo. And Dr. Tom Pritchard from wrestling. And then we also have the Golden Boy, Greg Anthony, and Downtown Bruno. So some wrestlers. We've got a Power Ranger, a couple artists. So it's going to be an awesome time. This is Dyersburg, Tennessee, this weekend, Saturday only, at the Lemon Center, 2000 Commerce Avenue, Dyersburg, Tennessee. Early bird starts at 9. General admission is at 10. Again, scan that QR code when I put it up there close. Hopefully you can see that. If not, zoom in, pause and zoom in. You should be able to click on it. Check it out. Dyersburg Comic and Pop Culture Con. So this weekend, Bob Hall, Jim Hall, Fred Autumn, Justin Nemo, Dr. Tom Pritchard, Golden Boy, Greg Anthony, and Downtown Bruno will all be at the Dyersburg Comic and Pop Culture Con this weekend, along with Heroes for Kids. Foam Forgeries will be there with all your cosplay and LARP needs. And then we will have also signed artwork and stuff there as well.
Robert wants us to make sure that we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno, but we're going to talk about, we don't talk about that Bruno. We're going to talk about Downtown Bruno.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about Downtown Bruno, not that Bruno.
Not El Canto Bruno.
Yeah.
Not Bruno.
But that is this weekend. It's going to be an awesome show. Again, early bird is at 9. General admission is at 10 o'clock. And this is this Saturday in Dyersburg. I almost said Gatlinburg, but Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd love to see you there. Help us raise some money. Again, the money that we get to raise all is helping us for a catering. Lonnie can't read. Actually, I can. I read that just fine. What?
We don't. That was Lanham. Then you said Lanham. Yeah. Okay. Move around.
The Lanhams. Lanham.
Lanham. Yeah.
Lamont.
Yeah. You let a little bit of cage in that.
I let that little bit of cage on that.
Yeah.
No, and I will. Now, this weekend, I'm planning on doing my Nicholas Drake character this weekend. So not Superman or Gambit. So I'm going to be doing my Nicholas Drake character.
Probably
so
with it being the weekend before Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Probably Captain America.
You're going to do Captain America?
That's
awesome.
That way. That seems kind of appropriate. So.
Yeah. I need to do Captain America. Well, I could always come down as the Punisher.
Unless Wyatt shows up, and let's see him.
Yeah. No, I'd love to get Bucky Barnes done. That is one. I want to do a Captain America version of Bucky Barnes. I've got an idea of what I want to do.
You could use your crow wig for the hair. Yeah. Yeah.
So
you just need the the face mask and the,
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Captain America, I want to do like the Captain America style. There's a Captain America style uniform that he wears,
right.
and I want to do that version. So it'll be a Captain America version of Bucky Barnes or Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool on me trying to figure out how to get that one done. So, but yeah, I mean that way we can go out as Cap and Bucky.
Yeah.
So yeah. Then you can throw me the shield, I can throw you my rifle, and we can just toss it back and forth.
And then
What do we got?
Then we find Jody as Iron Man. We beat the crap out of him. Whoa! He about to make up a name for this place.
I think
He about to make up a name for the place.
but
Somehow he managed to type Cajun. I don't know how he did it.
no, wait a minute. No, he didn't type Cajun. He typed Channing Tatum.
Oh,
That's
okay.
exactly what that ain't Cajun. That's Channing Tatum.
Okay.
And then let's see, Dyersburg Poppy Con.
From your arm.
Huh?
From your arm.
So we've got Dyersburg Comic and PopCon this weekend. Then you go to November 30th. I think we may at least try going to support because I think they are already full. Jess can send them a message. But it's a vendors, games, tournament, and celebrity guests. This is Tater Tot Con in the St. Louis, Missouri, on November 30th, 10 to 4. So we'll that one doesn't have a admission. $5. Kids 12 and under are free. Wow. Tater Tot Con at the Bud Dome, at Bud Dome 2 at the Green Park Industrial Drive, on Green Park Industrial Drive, St. Louis, Missouri. So Tater Tot Con will be in St. Louis on November 30th. So we'll try getting a little bit more into that, and if I can get a little bit more information on Tater Tot Con a little bit by next week, we will be plugging that like crazy. So,
Okay, Rachel says she will be showing her support for veterans as Catwoman. Okay.
awesome.
Sweet.
I will be doing it as Nicholas Drake.
Okay.
So, or at least that is my
Plan?
that is my plan because wearing Superman 2 days in a row, I've got to make sure everything is cleaned and pressed and all that other kind of fun
Right.
stuff. Granted, I got multiple suits, but it's the undergarments that go under the suits I don't have multiple of.
Plus, you got to realize you can get kind of burned out doing the same costume over and over again, even though people expect it. In Dyersburg, we're not really all that well known. So,
But my Superman is though. And so it's going to throw a little people off. That on top of that, I don't have to shave, so
Right.
that's a plus.
see, but yeah, sometimes you got to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, you got to mix it up. You got. Now you know what? I could throw a Clark Kent or Super McCall-L version of it in there because they did have this comic book series called Dark Knight of Steel.
You wash your suits?
Yes, I do.
Not from what she could smell, I guess. He's only got one pair of drawers.
No, got more than that.
Hey,
But-
he wears his underwear on the outside of his clothes.
There we go. Hey, on the two costumes I did this week. No, and they're not underwear.
Yeah,
They're trunks.
they're underoos.
They're trunks.
You also right?
Actually, Christopher Reeve has swam in them before.
He has.
Yes, he has. And he got a good lip lock from Miss Tessmacher after doing it.
Well, that was more of a drowning than a swimming.
Hey, you know what? A rock's a rock. Come on. But no, Nicholas Drake. I haven't gotten to do Nicholas Drake in a while. You know, it's a fun character to do.
Mimi must be watching.
Huh? Hi, Mimi.
Hi,
Well,
Mimi.
our person on the other side of that camera, on the other side of my phone's not on here. So it was good to see Mimi again. I got lots of hugs from her. So it was good seeing Mimi. Again, it was good seeing all the crew that we don't get to hang out with all the time. It was good seeing all the crew down there at Cape Comiccon. Again, we're friends with a lot, if not all of them, but most of them.
Right.
And like I said, it was good seeing everybody.
I kind of stepped close to Facebook just to see
Yeah.
how you guys did.
I
was
trust
there in
me,
spirit.
you were missed. Like I said, it was.
Superman vs. Batman under roofs.
No, I don't. So, on that note, let's talk a little bit about July 2025.
Yes.
July 19th and 20th, 2025 to be exact. And there's a hummingbird sticking its beak in my ear.
Yes.
Okay.
And you like it.
So, Heroes for Kids.
Poking you in the eye.
So, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con.
Yes.
July 19th and 20th, Perry Park Center.
Yes.
Special guest, Scott Ennis. Jinx.
People tell me come
Scott Ennis, the voice of Scooby-Doo, Scrappy-Doo, Fred Flintstone, Barney, anything that was Hanna-Barbera from 1997 to current. He has had some way of form, with doing the voice or doing something with Hanna-Barbera cartoons for almost the last 27 years.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
So look forward. We missed him this weekend. He was actually in St. Louis. Wish we could have got to hang out with him.
Ruby.
Wish we could have gotten Raggy.
Yeah. Man.
Wish we could have gotten to hang out with him a little bit, but we went to, but we were vending at Cape Comiccon. So I hope everybody that made it to Toyman up in Bridgeton this weekend. Hope you all had a good time. Hope you guys raised, made a lot of money. I hope there was a lot, and I hope the people that came in bought a lot of stuff from y'all. Scott Ennis is our first guest at the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, July 20th or 19th and 20th at the Perry Park Center. So be on the lookout for more upcoming things. Jess should have stuff sent to Mary Jo to put on the website for vendors and sponsorship letters, and all the pricing and all that should be going up before too long. I would like to start getting ticket sales going before the end of the year. I think that would be awesome.
Great.
How cool would that be? Is for Christmas, somebody pulls out Heroes for Kids Comic-Con tickets out of their stocking.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
No, in my luck, I'd be like, if I were, not helping with it, if I were like, oh, I got these in my stocking, I'll set them over here. And then somebody scavenges them or does them.
Or hey boo boo, hey boo boo.
Yeah, Yogi.
You got to pick in a basket with the Comic-Con tickets. So that was probably a lame version of Yogi Bear, but hey.
Hey, Astro. We got tickets to the Comic-Con.
Yeah, so again, looking forward, definitely. Again, we gotta have fun on this. Looking forward.
It's not even cool.
Jinkies.
What?
Hey, that was actually pretty good.
Oh, splat him.
So, July 19th and 20th, 2025, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, the Perry Park Center. Again, 2 days in this. Again, listening to Scott Ennis for his panels are awesome. So can't wait.
Speaking of,
yes.
of like the Scooby Gang and stuff,
Yeah.
on Halloween
Uh-huh.
at work,
Right.
obviously people were dressing up in costume. These two girls, one was dressed as Velma, the other was dressed as Daphne. So I'm in the lunchroom and I'm leaving and I see them. I'm like, oh look, it's like Velma and Daphne. And they go, you better cool it or we're going to take away your Scooby snacks. And I'm like, ruh-roh.
Oh, man. All right. Well,
And Lonnie got a rock.
Huh?
And it said, Dennis gets nothing but coal and Lonnie got a rock.
Okay. Well,
Shades of Charlie Brown.
yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Let's see.
anyway.
Hey,
So,
we're gonna send a shout out to I got this cool sticker over the weekend at Cape Comiccon. So we're gonna go through some of the stuff that not only I got as purchasing, and I'm gonna put up multiple shout outs in this, but also show a little bit of my collection I was able to pick up at the Cape Comiccon. So, first off, shout out to the Cheesecake Ninja, Assassinate Your Craves. So that's a cool sticker that they were walking around hanging out, passing out. So the Cheesecake Ninja down in Cape Girardeau. So check them out they also do, apparently they've got a full menu now, not just the cheesecakes.
right.
So which is awesome. Check them out, the Cheesecake Ninja down in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Jackson. Okay. Just give me the shout out of Jackson.
Oracle will keep you on the straight and narrow.
Yes, Oracle will keep me on the straight and narrow. Do we want to do what I got first, or do we want to do what was like some of the stuff you got? People can be expecting to see at with Heroes for Kids and to purchase, or some of the stuff we're going to
Show what
purchase.
you got first.
So what I got? Okay. First off, I want to show. Move some of the stuff. I'll do the first thing right here. This is pretty cool. I've been wanting to get this for a long time, and since Halloween is over, this was actually something that I've been looking at and wanting to get for a long time. This is the 1/12 collective pose, play, and display Brandon Lee the Crow. It's fully posable, has a ton of accessories. It's Mazo Toys. Got a real good deal on it. It's got the jacket with it's got the figure with removable jacket. It's got 3 different heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 different hands. It's got the base with the stand, 2 crows, Gabriel the cat, got the tombstone, the guitar, the weather vane that he rips off the top of the church to fight Top Dollar, the sword, the lighter, knife, the ring, the theater mask, the Laugh Now, Cry Later theater mask that was on the mirror. Just an awesome piece. So I want to thank Jess for buying this for me. Everybody knows, if you know me, I am a huge Crow fan. Definitely the Brandon Lee version. And for those that will need to ask, yes, I did go out and see the new movie. Jess had to wake me up at least 3 times within the first 45 minutes of the movie. The action part of it wasn't bad.
Just getting the build up to it.
It just, and talking with some people that I know that is in relative to this particular version of the character, they weren't too happy with it, and they hadn't even seen the movie.
I wonder how James O'Barr feels about it.
I've actually spoke to James O'Barr about it, so I will leave that to myself.
Okay.
I will not put that on live.
Okay.
If that tells you anything. But no, like I said, this was a piece I have been looking for a while. Got it at a good deal. So I want to thank the Toy Bomb is actually where I got this from. So yeah, like I said, he gave me a real good deal on it. So I want to thank them. So check out, they've got an online store. Check out their stuff online. But this, like I said, this is some of the stuff that you can get. So, but
Robert says he may or may not have accidentally shot a video with Jim Cummings.
oh yes, I heard that. Next, is Robert, from what I understand, had an awesome time over there by Jim Cummings, or at least that's what I was told, talking about it third person, or third party. But he told me a little bit about it. But you ever get a chance, him as Paz, yes, I remember that. So that was awesome getting to hear Robert's story about them two conversing as two of the Star Wars characters together. So, yeah, maybe hopefully he can post it online or something. Hopefully we can get to see some. I haven't seen the footage either of it, but hopefully it's like I said, I look forward to seeing it and hearing more of his fun stories he had at Cape Comiccon. Another thing I got, now this one here is an up and coming artist and comic book from the St. Louis area. Trying to get this out of here. So it is called The Origin of Victor Edge, which I believe is in how's this? It is TriumphComics.com. They were actually right across Caddy Corner from, right next to Jody's booth.
Right.
So it is, this is their little, I guess you could say, their little, teaser.
Mm-hmm.
It gives the origin of Victor Edge, which is this guy right here in this comic book. So, which ends up leading over to the other comic books I've got here. But I ended up buying the whole set of everything he's got out. So it is the Agent of Talon, so which is that comic there. We have Scourge of the Skull Digger. So you got that one. And then you have Codename Black Death. And that is a 4-part series that I have right here. So it's dead. So that's pretty cool. I got, so I actually got his whole set that he had out for a decent, price. And he signed all of them. I haven't read them yet, but I got the backstory. I encourage you all to double check it. They've got a Kickstarter getting ready to go out for a new comic book. And let me see if I can get out of here without stepping on stuff on the floor.
Hi, Chelsea.
Scan the QR code. There it is. It's called The Origin of Victor Edge. If you pause and scan that QR code, you can get a little bit more info about the stuff that you see that you'll see at Triumph Comics. Go further. So that again, awesome. And then I also picked up this pick because I got his whole set. I thought this was an awesome piece of artwork. This is a comic book that they're in the process of working on. And he told Jess a little bit about the backstory. I don't remember it. I hate to say it. But this was a print that I got for free. Oh, we love this one. Jess picked it out.
Mm-hmm.
But Jess picked out the print for me. I love the print. And so, yeah, it was pretty cool. So the demon, that is the demon. This is the the hero of the story, and this is the villain that the demon that she has to fight in the story. So that's going to be pretty cool. Definitely look forward to seeing that. So that's going to be awesome to get to read later. So yeah, that's that comic book I just got. Then Afura Richardson. Now, if that name doesn't sound familiar, and now we'll get into a little bit of what I have in my collection and some of the stuff that we got with Heroes for Kids.
Right.
Well, how's this? Yeah.
She was at Memphis Con, wasn't she?
No, she was, and there's my little St. Louis brick.
Name. Where was it?
This is my St. Louis. Well, first off, before I get to Afura, this is my St. Louis Brick Fanatics blue and gold version of Gambit, where Gambit was in the team suit, and one of like the first couple issues of X-Men when Jim Lee took over. So they made that. They actually made this one up for me. I pulled up the picture, and they made that one for me. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Sweet.
So my little Gambit there, I get to put, but that's when he was in the blue and gold suit. But then you have Afura Richardson. You can go to afurarichardson.com for art, music, and music, Jane of all trades. She has, looks like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and, her Gmail account. So I got all her information on that. Well, there's that. Now, if you see, that should give you a big indication of who it is. But she also done a lot of stuff in Wakanda Forever. She did voices. So here is a piece that I got from her, which is the 97 X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I said the 97 X-Men. So, that's one of her art pieces that I got from her. Now, for those that love Spider-Man and Into the Spider-Verse, she donated that to us. Her doing Tessa, what's her character on this one? Isn't this the female version of Miles
Morales?
She loved it, and she didn't want to do the white. She was telling me a little bit about her doing doing this. She didn't want to do the. She actually got a little bit of creativity into the character, into the Spider-Verse.
Right.
So they originally wanted to put her in part of the white costume. She goes, no, I want to do this. So she actually got to pick the color and style of her suit. So that was pretty cool on getting to talk to her a little bit about this. That will be available through Heroes for Kids. Then we have two original art pieces done by Hamby Art. So Bob Hamby at Hamby Art. One of them is, now these were his rough drafts that he started. One of them is an unsigned version of Art the Clown from Terrifier. So done by Bob Hamby.
Oh, and Dad?
And then the other one, well, shoot, Bob Hamby didn't sign them. I'm gonna have to get on to Bob.
Yep.
The other one, and here is the other one. Now this one here, Art the Clown, signed it. So we have that one. Those both will be for sale or up for auction through Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, or the Heroes for Kids charity organization. So look forward to seeing those when they come available at one of our soon-to-be shows, which, again, Dyersburg Comic and Pop Culture Expo, or Comic-Con.
And it's called Lady Miles.
Lady Miles is who that is. So that's going to be awesome. getting to hang out with her, getting that piece. Now, here comes some other good ones that we've got. I gotta get my leg switched around here before I kick the table. Oh, there we go. Okay. We talked about Mr. Bruce Leroy Green. So, we have get your pizza to Daddy's Pizza. So, it's been a couple weeks since I've seen it. So, we got I Am the Master, where he gets the glow, where he grabs Shonuff's punch. So, that is one of our, this is the first time you've even seen these. So, that is our, from Tomac. So, that is, and then you will also get his bumper sticker, The Last Dragon. That'll go with it as well. So that will be available through Heroes for Kids at one of our, matter of fact, starting this weekend. Let's see. Woohoo! I'm going to skip some of those. I'm going to do these. Okay, some of these. Okay, who doesn't love the comic book men? Okay, remember when that TV show used to be on?
Yeah.
Okay. Ming Chen. We have 1, 2. Now, I wish this one here would have had the extra autograph on it, but God rest his soul. The man that helped create a lot of memories for a lot of people. So those 3 will be coming soon to a Comic-Con near you through Heroes for Kids as well. So, some pretty cool stuff we've got. Now, who doesn't like He's Got the Glow? Yep.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like
Shonuff?
I walked up to Tomac the other day, over the weekend, and I said, how many people have walked up to you this weekend and did it? He laughs. He goes, just about everybody. I said, okay. So I won't do it. And then he turned around. He says, you can. I turned around and said, no, I won't.
It's a cheap shot. Don't do it.
Yeah, I turned around and said, no. I said, and he just turned around. He just goes, huh? And I'm like, no, I won't do it.
Master, don't just see anybody.
Yeah. I did say, who's the master at one point. I did. I walked by.
What did he say?
He laughed and went, yeah, he gave me the point. So
I give you the point, yeah.
So, okay. Who doesn't like?
Too bad they didn't have some cosplayer come in dressed as the Shonuff Shogun.
Oh my God, that would have been hilarious.
He would have.
Now the thing is there was a guy walking around the show as the Afro Samurai, but street version Afro Samurai. Had like the jacket, the black jacket, the samurai sword. Yeah, it was like and a big old afro. It was awesome. I thought he was going to go. I think he did go over. I think got his katana signed. I was walking through. It was cool. Now, if it wasn't Afro Samurai, it was the Afro guy on Shonuff's crew.
Right.
Because there is one that's got the bandana and he's got the real big hair.
Right.
And I think he did carry a sword in the movie. Right. But I don't want to pinpoint, but the dude looked awesome. Right. I mean, so yeah. But back to, go ahead.
What's really a shame is that's about the only movie he's ever done. But it's got such a cult following because it's such a fun comedic movie. I mean, and yeah. And then you got to meet Vanity.
If I'm not mistaken, martial artist Ernie Reyes Jr., who played in the Turtles and played in The Rundown with The Rock and all that. That was actually his first movie.
I would Disco Afro Samurai.
Disco Afros. Okay, that's the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, on to the next one we have. We have the spectacular Spider-Man himself,
No, it's not coming.
So that's awesome. Josh Wheaton. So that's awesome.
Wheaton?
Or
Josh
Keaton.
Josh Keaton. I don't know where I got Josh Wheaton from, because I'm
You
used
got
to.
Avengers on the
Yeah, I do. We've been saying.
Or
Josh Keaton.
Justice League. Or something.
Yeah. But Josh Keaton. Sorry about that. So we got. So look forward to that for in one of our upcoming shows. 1, 2. Okay. And then here's an awesome one. Jess and I got to sit there and talk to him for quite a bit over the weekend. He does a lot of advocating for the youth, troubled youth. He does a lot of different stuff. Matter of fact, he even helps with Tammy Frank in the organization that she put together in honor of Jason David Frank. So we actually got to sit down and talk a little bit about Jason David Frank as well, which again, a lot of you know, was a member of the Heroes for Kids group. So he was one of our celebrity members, which may he rest in peace. He was an awesome guy. Now. We have these 2 pieces, Red Ranger. So those will also be available through Heroes for Kids in a upcoming show. So those will be awesome. Those are awesome. Like I said, I got to sit and talk with him for quite a bit. He wants to get in and get involved with, Justin, can you pick that up?
Mm-hmm.
Please, thank you. He wants to get involved in helping law enforcement as well. So I got to talk to him a little bit about about how to approach and do stuff with the law enforcement and all that kind of stuff. So again, a productive weekend for Heroes for Kids. Not one of our bigger money raising shows that we've done in the past there. But, it's an election year, and that's been almost on all of our shows this year, a little bit on the low side, which, every little bit helps. And we want to thank everybody for coming out and donating or buying something which helps our cause to where we can help raise money and awareness for the charities that we help. Which, speaking of charities that we help, organizations, not charities, but organizations we help. Number one of the organizations we're going to be helping is in December. We're actually hosting the Veterans Breakfast at the Missouri National Veterans Wall here in Perryville. Right. So that's what part of the money that we get to that part of some of the shows that we're doing. Part of that money is going toward us doing the catering for sponsoring breakfast for all of our men and women veterans here in Perryville and the surrounding area, or any of them that come to the veterans breakfast that morning. So that's going to be awesome to see all of them and be able to help out with that.
Yeah.
And then next is going to also that money goes to helping our 2 organizations come July 19th and 20th of 2025 at the Heroes for Kids Comiccon. That money is going to go and help raise, that money that we raise goes to help the David Dorn Foundation and the Perry County Community Task Force, which are 2 awesome organizations. Get on our website and check them out. All the stuff that they do. They help the community tremendously. The David Dorn Foundation helps a lot of our first responder, our law enforcement, our first responders. What?
You told me to stop interfering with those birds. Just petting them.
Yeah.
Remember I reached back here and pet that bird?
Well, it was penguins. I mean, you did take a few penguins into the bat cave after you killed the penguin.
Right. Well, he sort of killed himself.
No, you killed the penguin.
Okay.
You blew him up in his habitat. So that
well, I didn't really kill him. I just
you killed
I set him
him
up for him to fall. We're not going to have that argument again, are we?
No, just comicbook.com. Batman kills the Penguin. It says it in comicbook.com says it. Batman kills the Penguin. We're done. Okay.
Moving on.
Puffins. Yes.
Porgs.
No, you can't kill porgs. They're endangered species.
That's what Chewbacca did.
He ate a chicken.
On that planet, there are porgs.
Hold on.
And then he washed it down with some of that blue milk.
Blue milk. But no. Look forward.
They're puffins, not penguins. They're sort of like penguins, but they're not penguins.
Right.
You don't want to get You're fine with the puffins, but you don't want to get near the fluffins. Anyway, moving right along.
Yes, moving along.
He didn't tell him, he just didn't save him. Or he didn't kill him, he just didn't save him.
No, comicbook.com. He kills him. It says it on there.
Actually, I remember him swatting at all those bats, and then he fell backwards through a window and fell to where he had suffered internal injuries, and then he died.
And then he drowns. You know, Danny DeVito almost drowned in that movie?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, he
Well, he had all that fat padding on and got in the water, and it weighed him down. He couldn't get up.
Michael Keaton's Batman has the biggest death toll out of all. Has the second highest death toll out of all the Batmans.
Christian Bale or Affleck probably.
Affleck has the most.
And Clooney has the least.
Yes. Except for the Batman career.
Yeah. He pretty much killed the whole franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Superman actually had a lot of, go through it. And Superman actually has a pretty decent kill count.
Well, yeah. Especially when he fought Zod, I'm sure tens of thousands died.
That
might not have been his fault, but when he slams into a building and it falls down, and people die.
Then you can't, then again, the same logic runs to Batman. Even though Batman didn't do it, or didn't cause it, they still died. Oh, Superman's in the building's falling apart, and people are dying underneath it. It's all Superman's fault. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
But
Batman drops
Flash has killed millions then by messing with the timeline.
Yes.
So, let's blame Flash.
It's all the Flash's fault.
Thomas Wayne has the most.
Yes,
he does.
We're talking cinematic universe, though.
Right. Yeah, we're not talking.
Not talking comic book.
Right. But yeah, he's got a pretty good kill count.
Because honestly, if we go comic book, Superman has still got it. Injustice Superman.
Honestly, when we're talking about Batman's kill count, there is one Batman that has a lower kill count than George Clooney.
Adam West. He's got one.
Yeah. And that was in the first episode.
It's a no.
And
He's
wait a minute.
Wait.
Nuclear reactor.
No, he broke. Adam West killed one of the frozen henchmen. We read it the other day.
Okay.
But George Clooney is the only one that has not killed anyone. Adam West has actually got one on his record. Adam West Batman. So George Clooney, hands down, is the savior of them all. But no, Injustice Superman actually has a bigger kill count than Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, I would believe.
So,
yes.
How did we get back into kill counts again?
I don't know.
Dang it, Robert!
Blame Robert. Yeah.
But no. So you know what he's doing? He's at home right now Googling all of this while we're sitting here talking.
Yeah, and
he's doing that.
He's probably saying, "Let's see if I can stir the pot a little bit." Yeah, well, we know how he operates. Yeah.
I tried to get no.
There's a thing he
I
needs to know
tried
about
getting-
spreading the crap. Sooner or later, somebody makes him come and lick the spoon.
Well, we tried. Well, I did. I tried getting him on here today. I tried getting him on coming up, and I would like to have. I would like to start having some special guests on the show.
Right.
I would. So trying to get.
It wasn't me. It was Thomas Wayne.
No, I'm trying to get it to where I can get some friends, get some of our volunteers on our show and stuff like that. So, I mean, volunteers and maybe some other special guests. So I think that would be cool. You know, we're in the planning phases still. We don't have, I'd love to get a bigger setup, mics and stuff like that. But again, it all costs money that I don't have because it comes out of my own pocket.
So like they have a Big River Radio. We got our own little studio and
Yeah.
microphones and all
Yep.
that stuff. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great if you came up with our own radio program or something. You know, that'd be
Yeah.
But podcast going on. Yeah, that'd be great.
But no, anybody got any questions or anything that they'd like to ask about Cape Comiccon, and some of the coming up stuff? Sorry, I don't have any info other than the card here on Tater Tot Con. But
He's still tired.
he's still tired. You know what? My tongue's tangled too. I'm tired as well.
Oh, and
We busted our butt trying to get. I mean, we did it faster than normal because it was raining. Dave was drenched. Dave didn't get to come in and out of the rain. Dave stood out there in the rain while we brought everything to him, and he loaded up. So because we were all going to try going to dinner last night after the show, but it was just like, no, we're drenched. Jess and I still went out to dinner, but it was, and then when we get to dinner, I was looking all so forward to their loaded baked potato at Bandanas, and they were all out of freaking baked potatoes. Oh man,
no,
that is my favorite meal at Bandanas. Another plug for a restaurant.
Robert says I was drying my armor. Well, you were wearing a dryer.
Yeah,
Basically, had all the hoses and everything.
but no.
So anyway, but yeah, sounds like Rachel's starting her new job next Tuesday
Yeah.
up in St. Louis. I wonder if it's HR or what it is.
Oh, I guarantee you it's not an HR job.
No,
She does,
Probably,
yeah.
She's probably had enough of that. So, yeah.
But no, no, that's Robert.
Yeah. But yeah. So.
But no, again, thank you everybody for coming out at Cape Comiccon. Thank you all our volunteers for doing stuff at Cape Comiccon, whether it be behind the table helping, whether it be just being yourself and getting out on the floor and entertaining the crowd. You know, that's what it's all about. I've got a couple background checks I got to do on some new
Potential new members.
potential new members. So I was going to try getting those done today in between some of the paperwork, and I ended up getting shuttled off to the Bonterre. So,
Robert, working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
yep.
I thought he looked like Dolly Parton.
Don't insult Dolly Parton. She's got more
With a beard.
hair on her head than he does.
Yeah. That's true.
And we'll keep it clean there.
He looks like her ugly sister.
Lenny looks like Thor.
Yeah. 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 Ice cream Thor.
Bat Mike. There, Rob, I got him back for you.
Okay,
I mean, everybody.
Super Pup.
Hey, everybody's messing with me because I'm wearing the suit with the trunks on the outside.
Yeah. Don't insult Dolly like that. Well, how should I insult Dolly?
You don't insult Dolly. but no, looking forward. I got to do some background checks on a couple new potential volunteers, so that's going to be awesome.
What characters do they do?
Huh?
What characters do they do?
One of them is a Green Ranger.
Ooh.
One of them wants to come in as Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, Captain
Jack Sparrow.
And it is a lay off the run. Okay.
Or is it wrong?
That's a
We need it wrong.
Yeah.
No wrong.
Yeah.
No.
Of course, I've heard of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. So,
He's the most pirate I've ever heard of.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
But I got to do a couple background checks, and as long as it passes, we will have a couple
New members.
new members. Now, again, there will be just to give our volunteers a heads up. For those that haven't seen it, now just to give people a heads up, there is a code of conduct. I know sometimes we let it slip to the wayside every once in a while. But for the most part, everybody is doing an awesome job when it comes to the code of conduct.
Right.
But we have, and again, for cosplay, there are some rules and regulations because, again, with some of the stuff, I gotta do it. That's what I saw.
Hi, Charlie.
But, hey, Charlie, what's up? Yeah, it was good seeing you, over the weekend. Sorry we didn't get to talk much. We were kind of busy. We were busy quite a bit over the weekend.
I was on a mission in Gotham, so I couldn't be there. So.
But no, we've got a code of conduct that some rules and regulations, mainly when it comes to wearing, again, it's proper protocol and proper etiquette when you're wearing a costume and how to act in a costume. So nothing major, nothing out of the norm. So, and if anybody needs to know it, we can pull it up or scroll back onto our Facebook or down on our Facebook page, and you'll see it. You'll see what we're talking about because it's on there. Again, it's the big thing. You show up. For proper etiquette and proper attire, big thing. Gangster's belt if you're wearing spandex. Wear the proper undergarments when you're wearing the clothing. When you're wearing the tighter clothing, stay in character.
No
hygiene.
No profanity.
No profanity.
No smoking or drinking.
Right. No
costume.
Right. I mean, if you're going to smoke, I'm sorry. If you can't smoke and drink, if you can't handle not smoking and drinking for a few, and I know we're sitting here talking about Jack Sparrow, and we're talking about the rum and all that other. Trust me, there's ways that you can make it look like Jack Sparrow is drinking rum without actually drinking rum.
Right.
There's ways that, if you're coming out as John Constantine, you're not lighting up a cigarette. I mean, because a lot of places that we're normally inside, they sell fake cigarettes at the costume store. Matter of fact, for my gambit, I do John Constantine. So it's one of them things that I have the fake, and I don't smoke. I have the fake cigarettes that I got at Party City. So it's one of them things. And Gambit, he used to smoke. So I could throw that in there with Gambit as well. So again, Wolverine, if you got
I could get a cigar.
Yeah. So again, but it's not a real one,
No.
And again, when you're out playing and depending on the events, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Holy cow.
As it is, like
Please
Penguin.
no tornado.
As is with Penguin, I got a cigarette holder, and then I put glued a dowling rod in.
Right. And right.
Painted it up.
But again, proper undergarments, proper attire,
Of course, no trespassing on private property or vandalizing anything.
Oh, yeah.
Common sense stuff, basically.
For showing up at an event, if at all possible, show up in street clothes. Because if we can find and have a place to change, show up in street clothes. Use a changing area. Don't show up in costume. For instance, me doing Superman. I've made up so many stories because kids have seen me, because there hasn't been a place for me to park, and they see me jump out of the car with Jess. So I throw the, Superman's giving Lois Lane
Hickey.
Lois Lane is giving, Super Hickeys. Lois Lane is giving a news interview to Superman.
Okay.
So it's one of those things. Well, Superman can carry Lois. Why aren't you flying? Well, because when we're flying, you hear it's hard to record on a recorder or write down on a pad of paper.
Or I have to fly for the moment's notice. She's got to have a way to leave.
Right.
That doesn't leave her stranded.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have to come up with. So again, it's always we have to, but we try to, if at all possible, show up out of costume to an event that way. Because again, a lot of times when we show up to hospitals, outdoor or meet and greets, or whatever the case may be, those kids are birthday parties, especially if they don't know who we are on the outside, like in the real world. When you're walking into a 5-year-old's birthday party, you are Catwoman, you are Batman, you are Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, Gambit, Wolverine, Cyclops, you are Joker, Two-Face, you are those characters walking into them. Now again, Joker, Two-Face are villains. You dial it down to make it fun for the kids. Again, it's just common sense stuff. Black man rolls up in a blueberry. Yeah. Speaking of,
That's when I mark over in the other side.
But again, take for instance, Batman rolling up in a blueberry. Dennis and I usually ride together if Jess has got to work or something. Many times, Dennis and I have went to an event, a special meet and greet, and we're in his car, which is I can sit in the back seat and drive.
Yeah.
It's that small. You should see.
It's not a boat.
No, it's
more
not.
a dinghy.
Yeah. So, we went to a meet and greet at a person's house.
Right.
And it's already hitting the fields. It's already hitting the fields because this young man is Tessa. Go get my challenge coin, please, off my nightstand, please.
Yep.
This young man, his name was Billy, and he was battling cancer. Unfortunately, cancer sucks, and cancer won, unfortunately, this time.
Hard to believe it's been 6 years.
I know. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. But we were asked by Ken Murphy if we would, because his aunt at the time worked at Buffalo Wild Wings down in Cape, and just so happened to run into Ken Murphy. Ken Murphy got a hold of me, and Dennis and I got a hold of the aunt and got everything planned out. He was a big Batman fan and loved comics and real life heroes in general. So we get down there, and this is December 31st, New Year's Eve. We get with the aunt. Aunt takes us down to the house, and as we're getting out, I get out of the car on my side, on the passenger side. Dennis, in his infinite wisdom,
It had nothing to do with wisdom. It had to do with
a small pocket,
limited space and a small pocket.
It was funny. And again, his infinite wisdom with small pockets. There we go. Accidentally,
Bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck. Set off
The alarm.
the alarm for his car as I'm walking in front of it. So what do you have? You have everybody in the house, all the kids, run to the window and look out the window like they're at the dog store looking at puppy dogs through a window. And I quick thinking on my part is I acted like I just got up off the ground from doing a superhero landing. And I yelled out, "Hey guys, sorry, Batman shut that thing off. I'm sorry, I landed too hard." And it rocked the car. So we go in, we enter, we have a blast with the family. Dennis and Billy and myself, we all had a good time. And again, unfortunately, the young man passed away 9 days later. But you know, this, a lot of people, I just asked Tessa to get me a challenge coin. This is the challenge coin that we had made. They were actually in the process of being made and, or in the process of being designed. There we go. As on the front of it, it says United States of America, Perryville, Missouri. And it's got our Heroes for Kids logo, just like what you see here. On the back of it, so that's the front of it. On the back of it, it has the American flag. And then on the top of it, it says strength, honor, and courage. Heroes live forever. And definitely Billy was a true hero. Unfortunately, someone kind of about ready to cry. Damn it, I'm already tearing up. Billy's
he lived on Earth about half a decade, and he touched more people's lives in that time than most people do in an entire lifetime, with tons of years.
But I wasn't able to. So good. I wasn't able to give.
Chris Crowder.
Hey, Chris. I wasn't able to give Billy his coin, but the next year at Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, we had a booth set up at Heroes for Kids Comic-Con in honor of Billy. And his family were one of our special guests for our first Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. And I was able, instead of giving it to Billy, I was able to give the coin to his dad. And to this day, they're good friends of ours. And definitely, we miss Billy tremendously.
They set up a foundation in his name.
I think so.
Yeah.
But so the coin here, again, I had the coin change the saying on the back of it. Now again, Billy loved not only comic books, he loved comic books. He loved Batman, Superman. He one of his favorite games was Minecraft, or not Minecraft. Shoot, what's that one with that? It's free now, and you get all the characters and all that. It's free now. Shoot, what is it? Come on, Tessa, you're the gamer.
I can search it up real quick. I don't really know on top of my head.
But his mom and dad would come out and play, ended up cosplaying his favorite characters from the game. But the inscription on the back of our coin, Heroes Live Forever, is in honor of Billy.
Yeah.
So again, he's always in our hearts.
Yes.
So again, Fortnite. Thank you, Jess. I think I got Jess too in there.
But sometimes you have to buy the packs to get the characters.
But
so
again, there's a lot of stuff
that with Billy after he passed, people were coming up to me at work and they were like, "Something happened.
Yeah,
Be different." It throws you off.
It does.
It does. You know, I mean, for every like at that time we met Hayden up at what show was it Carnival Onions?
Yeah.
Yeah. For every success story we have like that, you know.
Yeah.
You got a Billy, and it just sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
I've handed out more. I've handed out a lot of these coins.
Yeah.
Not only to celebrity members, people that have supported us tremendously when it comes to our donations and helping Heroes for Kids keep going, but I've handed a ton of these out to heroes that, matter of fact, Charlie's one of them. So, it's an honor to be able to see these out there, and the difference that all it takes is one smile, and that's one of the big purposes of Heroes for Kids, is to try to make a difference, one smile at a time, one tear at a time, one hug at a time. And if that's something I can do, not only as Superman or Batman, or any of our characters, I can do it also as a law enforcement officer as well. It's not, I was talking about this a little bit over the weekend, with one of the actors. It's not, me being a cop, when people don't realize that, Superman walking out here doing this stuff's a cop. It's not all about, for people that don't know, that watches this, I'm a 23-year law enforcement officer with Perry County Sheriff's Office. I'm stationed, I've been a deputy for the whole time I've been in the career. My station, I am stationed at the courthouse, soon to be the Perry County Joint Justice Center, here, hopefully within the next couple months. But it's one of them things. I've touched quite a few lives in the business. It's not all about placing handcuffs on people. It's not all about arresting people or, all that kind of stuff. There's also other things that we do, it's all about community, and it's all about, the serve and protect is the big thing. And a lot of people forget about that. And it's, and the serve and protect isn't just slapping a pair of handcuffs on somebody or racing down the street with lights and sirens. It's also sitting down and talking with people, shaking hands, just a general conversation, could do tremendous things. Just a simple hello one thing I do, and I told this to the sheriff, and it's funny because it gets the attention of just about everybody. I don't care what time of day it is. Try it. For those of people that don't go out and talk to a lot of people, or a lot of people that don't talk to you a lot, try this, and you'll see the reaction of people. And I do it all the time, as I will turn around. I don't care if it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the evening. First thing I do when I see somebody, I'll hold the door open for them, or I'll say hi, but it always comes with a good morning. And I guarantee you 9 out of 10 times, number one, they're going to answer back for the most part. 9 out of 10 times, somebody's going to answer me back, good morning. And if it's early in the morning, hey, how are you? But if it's in the evening or afternoon, and I say good morning, it usually gets them to stop.
No, they don't.
Morning. It's not morning. It's the afternoon. Oh, it's
Got you
morning.
talking hot.
It's morning somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it is. How are you today? Well, again,
Right.
that simple little phrase, good morning.
Yeah.
Or morning. If you're not having a morning, you never know how just one or two little words can change the outlook of somebody's day.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just, Heroes for Kids, again, like I said, Heroes for Kids was brought together thought about because my two kids wanted to see me dress as Superman. And, my wife and I have always done stuff for charity, or whether it be spend, time or money. I'm a Shriners kid. So, I've been a recipient of the hospitals in St. Louis, not only as a patient, but also as a parent with the patients. So I might not know or understand what you're going through, but I can relate because I've been there. If it wouldn't be for Shriners Hospital, I wouldn't be walking today. Dennis, if your story is a little bit different than mine, but you've had your times and stuff, in the hospital, and
mostly for my son. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of them things, and again, so we come at a lot of this as
parents.
Yeah, as parents. Now,
and I think what really hits us hard is because we are parents and we see these kids that sometimes are in crisis, kind of hit you in the feels a little bit harder. Like for instance, that one cancer relay for life. It was like an auction or something. It was over in Illinois. But this kid come up to me and he motioned for me to pick him up. So I looked at his grandparents. I said, yeah. So I picked him up and he put me in this bear hug.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, what's going on? And his grandma started crying. And she said, he saw you guys' picture in the newspaper that you guys were going to be here. He insisted we come here. And I said, they're probably going to be busy. They're not going to have time for us. And he goes, I've got to see them. I got to see Batman. And the reason why he wanted to see Batman is because his mom was in rehab for a drug habit, and his dad was in prison. So he was living with his grandparents and his older sister, and it turns out that he'd been a victim of SA.
Right.
Okay? And he said, why do you need to see Batman? Because that's one man I would feel safe with.
Oh.
And he doesn't hardly talk, but he talked. But as soon as he saw me, he didn't want to let me go. He was, and all he would say is that I feel safe with you. And that, if that doesn't shake you to your boots, you don't have any feelings.
Yeah.
And so I carried him around for the longest time.
I remember that.
And finally, the only reason I set him down was because his grandparents said, well, we gotta go.
Right?
Yeah. And so that kind of stuff, we meet a bunch of people that they have normal lives and everything's great. And, we come in the door and they're, we're so glad to see you. But it's the stories like that. It's those kinds of things that when they happen,
it keeps you going.
It keeps you going and makes you realize, it's not really, it's not about getting the high fives.
Well,
it's more about doing something that fulfills you, builds you up.
Well, let's go back. I'll go back to the first time I wore Superman. Oh, first day we met.
Right.
Right after, you didn't see this part of it, but because right after we did our little meet and greet with all the kids in front of John Wesley Shipp's booth, we split because I think John Wesley Shipp was about ready to.
He was about ready
to kick our butt. Yeah. But as I was walking down the front, and again, this was at the Osage Center, Cape Comiccon 2015. April 2015.
Yes.
As we are walking down as I'm walking down the front of the building inside the showroom floor, I noticed a lady, mid 60s, maybe early 70s, and she was crying. And as they say, curiosity kills the cat. Me being me. I walked up and I asked the lady, I said, is everything okay? And all this lady could do is tell me, thank you. Now, again, I'm doing this because my 2 kids wanted to see me, and we just started Heroes for Kids. So I'm just learning. I'm green to the gills on costuming for, doing stuff. And here it is. I've got this 65 to 75-year-old lady looking at me, tears in her eyes, and telling me thank you for bringing back her childhood. It's one of those things, and all I can think of in the back of my head is, how do I answer this lady? How do I answer this? And all I could say is, you're welcome. And she kept telling me that the way I presented myself walking into the store or walking onto the showroom floor, the way I, greeted everybody coming through, my presence walking in. She goes, it reminded me of you walking in it reminded me of, George Reeves walking into a room. And, the way the room stopped and his aura that he had around him. And she goes, that's what I saw when you walked in the door. And it brought back those feelings of me being that 5-year-old little girl sitting down in front of a black and white TV and watching George Reeves up and away and give him that wink at the end of the camera. Right. The first break of the fourth wall by I mind you, was Superman, not Deadpool. But again, it was, it was that type of a reaction that got me to think of not just the kids that I just got done high-fiving and hugs and photos with, which was awesome. But here is this lady, I have no idea who she is. I mean, she could have been my grandma. She was old enough to be my grandparent. Mm-hmm. And I have this lady walk up to me and tell me thank you, that I brought back good memories, and I brought back a side of her, a feeling inside her that made me remind her of her childhood. That was a Heroes for Kid. Going to a hospital and making a child smile in a hospital room, and
when you've got a kid there that they say there's a 75% chance this kid's not going to make it, and if they do make it, there's a 75% chance they will be a vegetable for the rest of their life. And then you think about, you put a smile on a kid's face. Yeah, he's the hero. He's the brave one.
He's that brave one.
And like in Hayden's case,
he's still kicking it.
He's still kicking it. He beat the odds. That shakes you to your core. All the way back, coming back from that.
Well,
you called me up that day
and said, let's do it.
Let's do this. That he wants to see Batman. I said, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So we went up there, we met up with Cindy, we did the event. But on that,
there was not a dry room, dry eye in the room.
Dry room in the eye. Even on the way back home, you and Jessica were up front talking, and I just got dead quiet, and I just put my head down, and you were like, "Are you sleeping back there?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah. Because, I mean, the look on his face when you got right there and just the smile from ear to ear was that right there broke everybody in that room.
I still got that picture on my computer.
Yeah.
You know, so if I ever feel a little bit down, I'll pull up that picture, take a look at it.
What about going to the Bonner Children's Hospital that field day that
those kids were so cool.
Oh my God. We had one. Dude, I don't know how you held it together. You can ask Dennis. I became a crybaby. Yes, I did. I had to walk away numerous times because we had one mom come up. She goes, my son said, there's superheroes outside, sitting, as he was looking out his window. And Mom was like, no, there's not. And so she looks out the window, and here we are walking around, and they get him in his little scooter or in his little wagon, and they bring him down. He had some form of a skin condition. He couldn't come out into the sun. So we had to go inside into the lobby.
Right.
And as we're sitting there, we're talking to this young man. And I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, we're getting all kinds of stories. He's excited. He's, just as much as I am talking about it.
Yeah.
And then another young man comes down, and so we step over and talk to him after we said our goodbyes. And Mom takes the young man in the wagon back up. Now, Mr. Cheeto was awesome.
Yeah.
Cheeto face. He scooted over to where he could talk to you, and then I come around there. Now, all he could do was rub my face like this because he couldn't get himself turned back around. Yeah. And every time I smell a Cheeto, I remember my mind runs right back to him.
Yeah.
But it was funny because as we they both leave. We go back outside and we start doing our stuff, and then about 10, 15 minutes later, I guess it was, I have Dennis hollers at me. He says, hey, I need you to come here. So I walk over there, and the young boy's mom that was just down there in the wagon is sitting there, and as she gives Dennis almost a neck break, me and Dennis both, almost a neck breaking hug.
Yeah.
And she turns around, she goes, we have been here for 3 weeks, and he has not smiled. He has not done anything in 3 weeks, hardly 8, until today. She goes, he come down here. He finally fell asleep because he wore himself out being so excited on seeing you guys. I mean, Mom at this point, and now at this point you broke.
Yeah.
The three of us were in tears. I had to
separate and go.
The three of us were in tears because Mom turned around. She goes, what was it? Said something to the effect of, see, Mom, I told you Superman and Batman are real. If you didn't, next time, if you don't believe me. Yeah, or whatever. She was like, and it was like, next time you better believe me or I'm going to kick your butt or something like. You remember that? Yes. And it was just like, oh my God. And then
and that's what he did say.
Yeah, and it was just like,
Mom, I told you, Captain America and Superman are real. Next time you better believe me, I'll kick your butt. And she's like, oh.
Yeah, so, I mean, but it was just his excitement and everything. She goes, oh my God. We got hugs. I mean, it was thank you. Not only is it therapy for us to go do these kind of things, but letting the kids have, again, these kids, some of them are in the hospital, and like you said, Dennis, some of them are in the hospital, and you never know, they may not make it out.
Yeah.
But it's one of them things that if we can make just one of those kids smile and give Mom and Dad that one, hopefully it's not, but that last smile, that last happy memory.
I think Billy Billy probably went out a lot easier than he would if we had never showed him. I'm firmly convinced of that he gained that extra
Strength.
shot of bravery, strength, whatever you want to call it, to be able to go. I kind of hope so, at least for his sake. But yeah, we've seen too many kids die, and he's.
Anybody else still on here? Please say something.
Yeah.
If you have any questions about anything that we've said, anything we do, please jump on. One thing you could do. I don't know how to do this stuff, but I know you must tinker with, not Facebook, but YouTube. If you see anybody that makes comments and stuff like that, answer them.
Yeah.
So, or show me how to do it, and I can do it too.
Yeah.
But
in fact, I'm probably going to be getting on that pretty soon. Going back over it and see if anybody's left any comments. Usually it's this stuff there that we have.
Right. But no, it's awesome that we get to do. And again, I want to thank from the bottom of my heart, everybody that has helped us, past, present, and coming up in the future. Because again, without our volunteers, without the people that donate to Heroes for Kids, whether it be stuff like this, stuff like the autographs to where we can raise money, or people donating just in general to, monetary in general to let us keep going and doing what we do. Thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, the money that gets raised from Heroes for Kids does not go to our costumes, does not go to gas, does not go to hotels or food or all that kind of stuff, all those expenses to get us from point A to point B to do any of these visits. That money comes out of our pockets. We carpool. We try doing everything to where it's easier on us, to where it doesn't break our bank. And I'm not saying that for you guys to, for sympathy or anything like that. It's just something the way that we want to do. 100% of the money that we raise. Well, I'll go 95% because we do have to keep a little bit.
Overhead.
We have to pay overhead for our licensing, which is our state and federal nonprofit. We do have some, for instance, the coins that we get. For the top loaders we use to put the autographs and that in. That kind of stuff. We use for that 5%, that 5% that we hold back. That goes into the organization itself. But 95% goes right back out to the community. Heroes for Kids, Heroes for Kids 2024, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con 24. We raised over $12,000. That was after expenses. That was what we handed out to our two charity organizations. So that money that we get donated, and that money that goes into Heroes for Kids, that money when we after Comic-Con, from now until Comic-Con 2025. The money we raise after expenses goes right back out. Will go to the Dorn Foundation and the Perry County Community Task Force. So, so thank you to everybody that has donated in the past, donating now, and plans on donating in the future. So greatly appreciate it. And thank you to all of our volunteers. I mean, we couldn't do it without, Dennis and I do quite a bit. So does Jess. By the way, her mob boss was awesome this weekend, and look forward to seeing it again. So you guys will be too. She's, today, Saturday was the test fitting of it and the trial run to see what tweaks she needed. And I think she knows what tweaks she needs to do. So they're going to get done, and we'll get to see it again.
Yes.
So, Mama, do you got anything? I think we're going to get off of here a little early. Oh, well, actually, no, it is 9 o'clock.
It is about 9 o'clock.
Sorry if I've talked. Sorry if we talked a little, changed gears on it and went a little sad at the end. Always, and oh, by the way, for anybody that's in crisis or in need, you have 911. Please contact that. But also, you have 899 or 988. Sorry. 988, which is the suicide crisis hotline, 988 suicide crisis hotline. So if you, again, please contact, we love you all. And again, for tomorrow, especially after all the crap tomorrow that's going on. And yeah, I'll say it that way, the crap tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mafia Boss will be back after a few adjustments. Yes.
Tomorrow being election day, your vote is important.
Your vote is important. I'm not telling you how to vote. I'm not telling you to vote one way or the other. Vote how you feel.
Right.
You know,
it's a right too many people don't practice.
Right.
And if you don't vote, then you have the right to complain about what ends up happening. You don't ethically have a right to
complain. You know, because
your voice is important.
Yes.
To what's important.
And always remember, at the end of the day, we're people.
Right.
We are. You know, we live together. We breathe together. You don't know who's going to be sitting next to you at a restaurant. So again, you know, do it civilly. Do it peacefully. Again, all we can do is make the world a better place.
Yes.
And on that note, Jess, do you have anything?
Guess not.
Guess not. Dennis? You typed a comment.
Yeah, come out and see us at Dyersburg Comic and Pop Con this weekend from 9 to 4 at the Lanham Center.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah. Are we going to have this next Monday?
This Monday? Yes, we will.
It's Veterans Day. Okay.
We may do some type of, you being a veteran, hey, World Spotlight Dennis. He is Army veteran.
Yes.
So we'll spotlight Dennis Manning.
Yeah. Maybe I can share my story. And you know, you've shared your story with how you got into this. Maybe I can share my story.
Oh yeah.
How I got into this, and we'll just kind of I'll explain the thought processes went into me saying, okay, yeah, I'll join this group. So
go for it.
So we might do that for next week. So, but
talk a little bit about Dyersburg Comiccon and spotlight our own Heroes for Kids veteran Dennis Manning.
Right.
So our
and also
my partner in crime, my brother from another mother.
To all the veterans out there, if I don't get to say it next Monday, we thank you for all that you've done. You guys went and you signed a check payable for one human life to Uncle Sam in service of your country, and then you prayed like crazy that you never had to cash it. So that took some skill. You know, folks like Lonnie, they go out and they work on holidays and weekends and busy times, and when the crap hits the fan, the veterans have done that at some point in their lives too. And I'm second to none because I've seen it firsthand, seen what they do, and we appreciate the veterans.
100%.
So they are the true heroes. You know, they're one of the many folks who we honor by what we do. So,
shake a hand and tell them thank you and ask them what you can do for them.
Yeah. It's funny that with the veterans is that they're walking around among us all the time, and they don't really brag about what they've done. They just sort of go through life and do their own things. But Veterans Day is the time to stop and say, hey, look, I know at one time in your life, you took an oath to defend your country. And just because your term of service may have ended, that oath is still important to you, and you still uphold it and defend it, and we thank you for that. So, enough being on the soapbox. I'm going to get off of here. But, yeah, the veterans are a cause that is close to my heart. So for obvious reasons. But, yeah. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents. And,
Yeah.
well, I'll leave it at that. And if you've got anything, now it's time to
Look forward to seeing everybody this weekend at Dyersburg Comic and Pop Culture Con in Dyersburg, Tennessee. So
at the
again,
Lennon Center at, what was it? 2000 Commerce Avenue.
in Dyersburg, Tennessee. Early bird is at 9 and general admission is 10 o'clock. So come on out. Heroes for Kids will be there. We will be raising money for Heroes for Kids. And also we will have, again, I'm going to throw it up a little bit. We're going to, I'm not playing Superman this weekend. I'm doing my Nicholas Drake, my D&D character. So, or that's what everybody calls it anyway.
Right.
So I'll be playing my Nicholas Drake character. So it's going to look pretty cool. So I hope to see you all this weekend. We love you. And again, have a good night.
Go to bed. Get some sleep. Okay?
Oh, I don't have the Jedi mind thing to turn it off.
Web shooters.
We have technical difficulties.
Okay.
No technical difficulties right now.
Anyway.